Okay, awesome. All right, thanks you guys for being on. People are going to be jumping on and off, and you're going to hear my notifications because I am going to share my screen with you just to show you a little bit about my Facebook page.
The E85 fuel.
To use as an example, I'm going to mute you guys really quick. And then if you have any questions, you can unmute yourself at the end. So for those of you that are new to the call, welcome. My name is Angie Green. And I'm the founder of Team Dynamite. I've been a coach I just had my 9-year anniversary. So I am still learning, just like you guys are. I wanted to focus on social media because ultimately, well, 2 reasons. 1, we have a lot of new coaches joining the team. And so welcome, we're happy to have you here. 2, our social media really is our business. And I remember when I first became a coach and I was learning the ropes and trying to figure everything out, Chalene Johnson was my mentor. And so I had many one-on-ones with her and training conversations. And I remember saying, she was talking about how you're going to have to start converting your social media towards your business. And I was like, oh, but I don't want to annoy my friends and family by always posting Beachbody stuff. And she's like, well, are they paying for your mortgage? Because this is your business. So sorry if they get annoyed with it. I mean, the power of social media is so intense because there's no other avenue to build a business that allows you free marketing to up to 5,000 people. But the problem is, I'm sure you've seen a lot of social media pages by coaches who just puke out Beachbody stuff all the time, everywhere, and it's annoying. And so unfortunately, as our network grows, which is a great thing, it's also easy for us to kind of get drowned out to the almost 500,000 coaches there are. So what I want to review tonight and throughout the week is really the basics of social media, how to really brand yourself on social media, as well as how to make yourself stand out from all the other coaches out on social media too. We'll focus primarily on Facebook, but we'll also dabble a little bit into Instagram because that's so popular right now. But most of the concepts we're going to learn throughout the week is really just basic stuff you can apply to any social media source. So my recommendation to you is, depending on how much time you're devoting to the business, I would pick 1 or 2 different platforms. So your platform is basically one of your social media sites. And the reason why we call it a platform is because if you picture yourself standing on a platform with a microphone, speaking to the world, that's basically what you're doing on social media. And there's a lot of different platforms. There's Twitter, there's Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook. So I would pick 1 or 2 that you want to master, and I would really focus on those, because unless you are doing this business full time and you're outsourcing stuff to assistants and marketing people, there's no way that you can be successful on all platforms unless you're duplicating, meaning you're posting the same exact thing that you're linking to Instagram, to Facebook, to Twitter. And if you're doing that, that's actually going to work against you. That's something that you don't want to do, because if you're posting the same exact content on every single platform, you're going to lose followers. So, if I do an Instagram post and I link it to Facebook and it goes to my Facebook page and Facebook says, Angie Carlucci Green posted 2 hours from Instagram, my viewers are going to see that and they're going to say, oh, why bother following her on both if she's just sharing the same content all the time? So I know it's convenient for us to do that, but we have to remember that we potentially have the same followers on all platforms. And so that's when we do want to give them different content. So for me, if I decide I want to follow Kim Kardashian, I'm going to follow her on every social media platform that I'm on. And research shows that people are on a minimum of 3 different platforms. So I have to pick and choose. I primarily work through Facebook, Instagram. I really feel like I should work through Twitter more, but I don't, because honestly I forget about it. I work off of Snapchat, but that doesn't give me a lot of leads. And Pinterest, I basically have an account and that's it. And a LinkedIn, I have an account. I mean, there's so many different ones out there. So you need to pick and choose and figure out which ones you can master versus spreading yourself too thin all over various platforms. Okay, so I'm going to screen share, and I'm going to be totally honest, I did not like look through my page. I was even debating showing you guys, sharing my page, because it's definitely not perfect. It is far from perfect, but I need to show you a Facebook page so you can see what I'm referring to. Oh, maybe I should go to Colleen's page. All right, I'll go to my own. Okay, so can you guys see my Facebook page right now? Okay, so that's my homepage. So we are going to, this is going to be basic 101 cleaning up your social media today, and we'll use Facebook as an example, but most of these concepts you can apply to Twitter, to Instagram, to any social media site. All right, first and foremost is your profile picture. So you got a profile picture and you've got a cover photo. So these are two different things. Your profile picture needs to be a headshot. And I know for some of you, you're probably like, duh. But when we add new coaches to the team, and even when I go through Team Dynamite and I see people, coaches asking questions, I don't see a picture of your face. So you don't have to get a professional headshot done. You can take a selfie with your iPhone and make it look nice. But these are the kind of things that you want to stay away from, which is why I'm talking about this. You want to stay away from a ton of filters. Like, you don't want to use Snapchat filters on your headshot page. You don't want to take pictures of your dog. You don't want it to be something small. And you definitely don't want to have more than one person in this picture. And the reason why is because as you're meeting new friends, they're going to hopefully go to your page and scope you out. And if there's 3 people here, they're not going to be able to figure out which one is you. So this needs to be a clean headshot. And again, I understand that we want to honor certain people or honor certain themes or months. However, you do really need to start thinking of social media again as your business. Facebook is no longer your hobby. So make sure that that's a really clean headshot. And then your cover photo can easily be made in a website called Canva, canva.com. And you'll see the design, the general design that says Facebook cover photo. You click on that, you can drag, I just drug some pictures in here, and then, typed a little saying. And you want your cover photo to be something that is representative of yourself. So different things about you. So from looking at this cover photo, obviously you can tell that I've had some fitness success. I'm a fitness instructor. I have a family. And, these are my fitness friends, fitness videos. So there's a lot about fitness and family here. You can put different pictures of yourself. Maybe one is a fitness sweaty selfie. Maybe one is like your favorite equipment that you use, if you have pets, if you have kids. But again, you want somebody to get a general idea of who you are or what you represent by your Facebook cover photo. Now, I will say that whatever headshot you use, you do want to try to remain consistent on all social media platforms. So this is the same headshot that I use for like Instagram or Twitter, so again, people can recognize you, because once you connect with a person and you show interest in them and they start showing interest in you back, they're going to look for you elsewhere. And they want to be able to recognize that it's you. Okay. So that's the basics of the photos. And then let's look in the About section. So if I were to click on my About section, you can see that obviously I'm a Beachbody coach. You can see where I went to school, where I live, if I'm married. I mean, these are certain things that I want people to know about me. And you really want people to be able to get to know you by your About section in a censored version, obviously. Like, I'm not gonna put my address. My phone number is my business number, so I do have that listed there. I know some people are hesitant about privacy, like they don't like posting pictures of their kids, they don't like putting out their personal information. That is up to each individual, but I will say the more that you do restrict your information, then the less likely people are going to know about you. If you refuse to post pictures of your kids, you might not attract other moms because they don't know that you have kids. And, this is another battle that I had with Shalene when I first started building my social media. I didn't want to post pictures of Brennan because what if somebody finds out where I live, or what if some like creepy stalker, becomes upset, wants to steal my kid or whatever. And, I remember her saying, like, I got news for you, Angie. If people want to find out information about you, they're going to find out information on the internet. And it's probably not going to be from Facebook. So you would be surprised the kind of information that we can get. So I guess her point was, even if you try to make your Facebook or your social media totally private, it's really not private because of the internet. So I would just be cautious about what you put out there. And that's up to each individual. So I'm not opposed to having your website here. Like, this is my website to my blog site. You could definitely put your Team Beachbody site here. I wouldn't put it anywhere up here though, because we do have coaches in existence who are all about just selling, buy this, sign up to do this. Here's my website. Here's my website. Here's my website. And it does tend to look very salesy to people. And so when people typically see a website right in their face, they're less likely to click on it, because again, people are going to do business with others who they know, like, and trust. On the other hand, I want people to clearly understand that I'm affiliated with Beachbody because I believe in it. I support it. I'm an ambassador for them. And so that's why I have that represented here. So again, that is totally up to you, but I would have some way that they can contact you here other than just through Messenger. Okay, so that's really, really important. Let's go to photos. So if you are a newer coach, again, you have to understand, I can't say it enough, social media is your business. So you may want to go through and look at, what do my photos represent? And are there any photos that maybe I don't want to keep in my photos anymore now that people are going to start looking at me as a health and wellness role model? So you could do an easy scroll through your photos, let them load, and you guys will know what kind of things you want to keep on there and what kind of things you shouldn't keep on there. I mean, if you have like drunken stupor sex toy parties or something, that's probably not something that you want to keep on your social media. You might want to consider taking those down. I remember at one of our turbo camps, again, this is when I first became a coach. One of my friends took a picture of my butt. I was wearing my jeans, right? And it was just literally my pocket. And it was like the Levi logo or whatever. And you'd just be surprised what people blow that up into. So again, if you wouldn't show that picture on Oprah, then you probably don't want to necessarily show it on your Facebook page. It's a good way to look at it. Okay, what else? Videos. We could spend hours talking about videos and live video, but all I'm going to say about that is how important live video is right now. Facebook loves, loves, loves live video. And you definitely want to start working towards doing those if you're not already, once a week, and make sure that those stay on your newsfeed. Those are important. Let's talk about the timeline itself. So in the timeline, this is what people are going to do. So if you send someone a friend request, or they send you a friend request and they accept, they're going to go to your page and they're going to do this. And they're going to say, what can I find out about this person? And now, while you can't control everything that's on your page, you can control, like, people post on my page all the time. Hi, I'm a Britney fan. I could hide that from my timeline, or I could delete it if I wanted to. And I do remove a lot of things from my timeline because other people tag me in their unique posts, their LuLaRoe legging events, and kind of that other stuff gets on my page that I don't want to have on there. So, or people will share memories and stuff like that. So I do censor a little bit what is on my page, but you can't control everything because, again, your time is valuable. But again, when somebody goes to your page and they're scrolling through, they want to learn more about you. And obviously you're seeing, I'm doing some videos, they're seeing pictures of me, they're seeing workout pictures of me, they're seeing motivational quotes, they're seeing enough to be able to get a general idea of who I am and what I do. And you want the same for you. So you need to start being selective and give thought to what you're posting. Now, as a coach, we always say that you want to post a minimum 2 to 3 times a day, and you want to make sure it's something that provides value. So my post that I did this morning, this is, literally what I did. I'm still in my pajamas there. I set up my camera. I took a picture of myself, my arms up, one leg up, because I was stretching at the end of my workout. And I just did a really short blurb about balance and how, training your balance is important. So that's something that does provide value. The only mistake that I made here is I should have ended with a question. I should have said, do you practice balance as a part of your exercise routine? Because that encourages engagement, that gets people talking to you and posting on your page. And the more activity that you have, the more people that like it, the more people that comment on it. That's going to boost your affinity, which is the likelihood that Facebook is going to put it on other people's news feeds. Let's see, what else do I want to talk about? Okay, so we talked about your profile picture, your cover photo, getting a clear idea of who you are by looking at your About section and scrolling through your news feed. And then, of course, posting 2 to 3 times per day, if possible, on things that provide value for your viewers. And of course, you heard me say, try to end with a question. And then just make sure that whatever you're posting, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, whatever social media platform it is, it's a variety. So I'm not going to post fitness pictures all the time because people want to see variety on your page. And I really don't want people to know me just for fitness. I want people to know me for, being a mom. And I definitely want people to know me for being a business owner and helping other people build a business, because that's my specialty and that's what I enjoy doing. I want people to know that I love Britney Spears and Justin Bieber and 80s music and, whatever it might be. The same thing goes for you. If you are a dog lover, you want people to know that because there's other dog lovers out there looking for you who probably also need help with their fitness or building a business. So if you're kind of at a loss in terms of I don't know what I should be posting on Facebook or Instagram or whatever platform it is, I highly suggest that you just get out a piece of paper and make a list of all of the non-fitness things that represent you. Okay, so what are your hobbies and your activities, your talents? Do you feel like you're an expert at anything? What's quirky about you? What are the first 3 things that people think of when they think of you? Those are the kind of things that you want to represent on your page. And at least for some of the people I can see on the call, I could probably identify 3 things about each person because I know you, but because you also consistently represent that on your page. So if you don't feel like you have anything to post, I don't know what to say, I don't know what to post, you really do. You need to brainstorm that list a little bit, and through your writing, you'll figure out oh, I'm a savvy shopper. I'm good at finding deals, or like vintage clothing, or, I love to read, or I'm really good at whatever. And those are the kind of things you want to talk about on your page too, because all of that is representing who you are, and that's what's going to help bring people to your page. And that's why you really want to focus on cleaning up a little bit. The same thing goes for Instagram. I could go to my Instagram account, but I don't want to take up too much of your time, and we're already 20 minutes. But with Instagram, it's the same thing. You want a clear headshot. You want clear information in the About section. And then I still, every so often, will go to my main Instagram page and I leaf through it a little bit just to make sure that I'm posting variety, because I don't want to post 4 sweaty selfies in a row. I don't want to post 4 pictures of just my face, because people are going to say, yeah, all she posts are sweaty selfies on her page. That's the only thing that she posts are pictures of her face. So I'll look through my page, and if I haven't posted a picture of a healthy meal in a while, then I'll make sure I'll take a picture of my dinner and I'll use that as my post for the day. Because again, when people are looking for you on Instagram and they're trying to learn about you, they're going to go to your home Instagram page and they're going to do this. and they're going to say, like, what am I seeing? What am I seeing? And people will decide in a matter of seconds if they want to follow you or if they want to unfollow you. So it has to be something that really catches their attention and it's attractive. Now, it doesn't have to be fancy. You don't have to like hire a professional photographer to come over and take pictures. And part of the stuff that we are talking about actually next week is how you can make the most effective use of your time on social media, meaning what can I do to prepare in bulk of posts and photos so I'm not constantly like, oh, I don't have anything to post today. There's a lot of tricks that you can do in terms of taking pictures and preparing your posts ahead of time. So that way, when you need to post on social media, you always have something to post on social media. And then we'll also talk about how to recycle your content from one platform to another. But before we get into content and posting, I want to make sure that your pages are like prepped and, you know, cleaned up and really represent you. So I would make that your focus for the week. Go through whatever social media platforms you're really utilizing and clean up your profile picture, your cover photo, your about section. Remove any photos that you don't feel is a good representation of you. Even if someone tagged you in that, you can do that as well. And start gearing up to like post some really valuable, engaging content. All right, I'm gonna unmute you guys to see if anybody has any questions. Colleen, anything you want to add?
I don't think so. Tony and I were talking about this recently with a new coach, and the idea of Facebook personal page being definitely more of a variety, kind of your 3 to 5 things that represent you, and like Angie said, and that Instagram often can be more specific of like a niche. So a lot of people would run a pretty specific fitness and clean eating page, or maybe just clean eating if that's really kind of what they're thinking. I remember like Melissa McAllister as a tough coach and a really successful coach before, talking about, I think, how she did her Facebook as like easy fitness stuff and Instagram as clean eating or something like that. Like she sort of specialized one and the other. So, and I definitely think that's true, because on Instagram, people are kind of looking for more of one topic. They're not, unless they're just totally doing it as like a friend thing and as a social thing. But if that's the case, then they're probably doing mostly family and kids and that kind of stuff. So I do think that while it shouldn't be just every single sweaty selfie, it probably can be a little bit more specific on Instagram. I don't know. What do you think about that, Angie? I mean, I still do mine is somewhat varied for sure on like a few topics, but definitely not as varied as Facebook.
Yeah, I agree with you. So some, like we have another coach named Angie, and she has her personal page and then on Instagram, and then she has Angie's Fitness Journey on a separate Instagram page. So I think that there is something to be said for that, but I think we have to look at where we have the most followers already and how we can utilize that. Now, you might also be referring to feature accounts, Colleen. So, you know, let's say that you really want to highlight a special hobby that you have, or like say you're a really good cook and you're into clean eating, or like you're into your own coffee brewing or things like that. You could set up a special page for that. So I know some coaches who have their Instagram pages called like home workouts, or like you said, like clean eating or strength training exercises. And it's not really linked to a person specifically, but there is a person who manages behind that account. Right. And that's a way to gain new followers, because people will start hashtagging like the home workouts. Actually, Shalene developed that. If you've ever seen, there's an Instagram page called Home Workouts for You. And she created the account. No one knew that it was her, but she started posting featuring different people on Instagram doing home workouts. Well, everybody wants to be featured on a feature page. So everybody starts hashtagging home workouts for you, hoping they would get selected to be on that page. And that's a way that you can gain new followers that way. So, and I should mention here too, we haven't even talked about like pages on Facebook. And hate talking about this because it's just like, it's such a struggle. I mean, it's great to have because Facebook only allows you 5,000 friends. So if you looked at my page and in my about section, I'm capped out at 5,000 friends. I can't add friends. I can't accept friend requests. That page is maxed. So I had to open a like page for that reason. Now there's a lot of stuff that you can do on a like page that you cannot do on your personal page, which is what we call our profile page. But the problem is it's really hard to get people to like your like page. You can't like send out friend requests. People have to physically go and like it. So while I might have 5,000 friends on my profile page, I only have half that amount on my like page. It's just harder to build. So if you have the time and if you are looking at this in terms of a long-term sustainable business, it's not a bad idea to open up a like page and just slowly build it over time. So when I opened up my like page, I again titled it by my name because I want people to find me under my name. And then maybe once a week or so, I would post on my profile page, hey, check out my new like page, click here. And eventually, but now you have 2 pages to consistently post on. So again, I encourage you to open it, but I encourage it with so much caution because most of us where we're at in the heart of really building a strong foundation in our business, our time is limited and we need to be focusing on the right activities, those daily activities. And this is just giving you a whole nother social media page to manage. So I would put it on your to-do list, but I wouldn't put a ton of time or focus into it yet. So good? Okay, anything else? Colleen, you're good?
Good. Yeah, those are great basic tips. So I think this is a great call to share with people like new coaches, just keep it and share with new people that are really needing to hone in on their, I mean, I had no clue how to use Facebook when I first started. So I really had to learn a lot and I still continue to learn about, how to use it, how to make it my own, make it my storefront, make it represent me.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Cool. Okay. Yeah. And then next week we'll talk about all about content. So we're going to talk about how to prep your content, your photos, how to stockpile, how to reuse it on different platforms without posting the same exact stuff at the same exact time. So that will be really helpful too. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for being on. Have a good night.